right, there it is. Okay, we've confirmed YouTube. Let's confirm. Can we confirm? Am I confirmed? Working on confirming Facebook. Ah, there we go. Live. Hey, look at that. Second time's the best time. Welcome back to another episode of the Spark Chiropractic After Hours Live. As always, I'm your host, Dr. Taylor. Now, with my other host, our host. We're hosts. Oh, I shut myself up. Sorry, Dr. Johnson. What's going on, everybody? End of week 2. So far, so good?
Oh, yeah.
You want to stay?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Surprisingly, yes.
Surprisingly, yes.
No, yeah, I love it. I love it.
Oh, we gotta put your name down here.
We do. We're already screwing up.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row.
Hey, we're running on the first try today, man. I'm used to doing this for one body. So let's go through some announcements. Ask Chifto. I always have something to do about your friends too. We're getting something in the works for July for the next whiskey tasting at the Whiskey Castle. Next Saturday is pickleball, 10 a.m. chicken and pickle. We go up there, we play for an hour. We got 2 courts, one for people who keep score, one for people who don't. And then afterwards, we're going to grab a bite to eat. If you're watching this, consider this your invite. Next Taco Tuesday is the first Taco Tuesday of every month. This one's going to be July 1st up at Mi Pueblo, right up there in North Carolina, Davis. We meet up there about 6:30, grab some tacos, margaritas, if that's your style. It's my style.
My style,
It's
for
your style.
sure.
After that, this is all the different places you can find us. Check out the podcast, check out all the newsletters and everything. Virtual office hours, still a work in progress. We got the slide made up for it. Had it for 3 months so far. As always, our new patients at the end of the month. The girls are going to make the announcement next week for the winner of the Rangers tickets. Every new patient who comes in here gets put into a drawing. When the girls do their takeover, they announce the winner of the drawing. If the new patient was referred in by you, you also get 2 tickets to a Rangers game. Actually, you're going to the game tomorrow. I'm going to the game tonight.
Yep.
Go Rangers. They've been actually put a little bit of an offensive explosion finally. The list. The winner went out for the list at noon today. I don't remember who it was that were giving away, but it's $100 to somewhere around here locally. If you want to be on the list, enter to be on the list. We drop new prizes every Monday. We announce the winner on Friday. After this, we need to change this. We're going to change this to Aspire segment. We're going to go grab a bite to eat. We're going to leave a $100 tab. You show up, let them know Aspire Chiropractic sent you, and that $100 will go to pay for your food. If you don't show up, don't worry about it. The server will get a sweet tip. Seeking an additional guest host. If you've got something on there that you want to riff about and chat about, by all means, just drop us a DM. We'll get you in here. We'll stream you in. You don't even have to be live in studio, as it was. There it goes. Man, that's the smoothest I ever went through the announcements. That's covered up for not shutting myself up there. All right, so week 2, we started doing collaboration stuff, started doing networking stuff. Went to a couple of networking meetings, just got one today. Was that through the chamber? Through Colleyville Chamber?
So it was through the Colleyville Chamber of Commerce. That was my first time with them. It was at a actual pizza place down the road, Paleo's Pizza, I think. It's a chain, but apparently they have really good pizza. I didn't get to eat. It was a breakfast ordeal, so they were like making the dough and the process and everything. It was before they opened, but basically it's a bunch of business professionals. It can be entrepreneurs. It can be anyone in professional business with a franchise, any type of company. We all get together and we basically have some coffee and we introduce ourselves. We talk about what we do, how we can help others, and basically just connect and network, That way we hand out a lot of business cards. It literally says bring a lot of business cards. So you meet a lot of interesting people. You meet a lot of people in professions that you didn't even know existed.
Okay.
And learn how they can help you and how you can help them. So yeah, it was great. Not only is it good networking, it's good to just meet new people.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It was one of my first questions was going to be if they had breakfast pizza. Dream.
Yeah. Breakfast pizza is better than regular pizza.
So fact, absolute fact. Like we were talking about this. Like I'll get McDonald's like twice a year, and it's always going to be their breakfast, and it's delicious every single time.
You don't get the McGriddle, what do you get?
Oh no, I'm bacon, not bacon. The sausage, egg and cheese McMuffin. The McGriddle.
Oh, the McMuffin.
It's
sweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just
the
the griddle
syrup and
cakes.
the bread.
They don't do it for me.
Yeah.
It's just
Understandable.
it's too much. However, if I do get that that wild hair up my ass for a really nasty, in the best way, a really nasty breakfast, Quick Trip breakfast pizza, dude, all day long.
Oh yeah.
All
I haven't
day.
had it.
Really?
Nope. I need to try it. I know what I'm eating Monday morning.
Now say sneak out of your house a little bit early,
Yeah.
and swing in there. Basically, so they got it's pizza, right? But instead of sauce, they got country gravy, and then eggs and sausage, and a little cheese on top.
We do the whole ordeal.
Yeah, Especially if you can get one that's been sitting there for like an hour or something like that. So it's got that
Soaked in there.
that fine crust, if you will. Oh man, I'm hungry. Well, good thing we're going for lunch after this.
Yeah.
How many people at the meeting today?
So today there was roughly 20 to 25.
Damn.
Yeah.
At 9 o'clock on a Friday morning.
Yep. And so the last one I went to, which was a different chamber, Northeast Terran Chamber, was about 50 to 60.
Yeah.
So and that was at Olive Garden. So
Dude, it's wild. I was telling him. So the meeting you went to on Tuesday?
Yep.
Yeah, for Northeast Terran. That's the meeting I started at so long ago. We were actually down the road at maybe we'll go to Nikki's. No, I can't give hints. Well, I can't go to Nikki's now today. I'll be Nikki's. If you're watching, I'll be there another day. But no, that was the first one we started at. We started doing it at Nikki's, and it said 50 people, something like that.
Yeah, about 50.
Yeah, we started it. A good day at that networking meeting a decade ago was 10.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, it's a lot, but it's crazy. It really shows you that everyone out there is trying to achieve the same thing you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And everybody there is like-minded mindsets. So everybody's nice. Everybody's easy to talk to. No one's makes you feel awkward, makes you feel weird.
Was Jack there at the Tuesday one?
What does he do?
He's the president of the Northeast Chamber.
I don't think so.
He would have been wearing a blazer and have leather patches.
Nope.
And just a smile plastered to his face. I've never seen Jack not
was
smile.
not there.
The hell, Jack Bradshaw. Jack Bradshaw. That's it. President of the Northeast Terran Chamber of Commerce. We did, so again, been in business for a decade. I actually waited until my 10-year anniversary to do a ribbon cutting. So actually we did it right out there. Yeah. Well, like when I started, I told you this, like I started in an office share agreement. Those of you who are watching who have been with me for, since the get-go, and there are still a good handful of you out there. Thank you. But we started an office share agreement. So it was actually me and another doctor, Dr. Runnels. And what I did is I worked with him, like I rented a room with him for 2 years, paid him rent and everything like that, but I saved up money and then eventually bought him out. And then like the month after I bought him out, wrote him a check for $70,000. Bought him out. And then the month after that, we moved to the new office. He stayed with me for a couple of months and then just kind of, meandered off. No, not fizzled. I won't say fizzled. But meandered off into the sunset.
Oh, nice.
But actually, get this too, like he had a wild hobby. Wild as a 65-year-old man can be.
Yeah.
But he did model trains. Like he had a 3-car garage and 2 stalls of it was just this intricately laid out and planned out train set. Like
Interesting.
yeah, and like multiple tracks and everything. Like had the hills and valleys and like the tiny little trees to point. Like he had. I want to say, do you know what a Piggly Wiggly is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He had like a little Piggly Wiggly grocery
Those
store.
are prominent in Mississippi.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, he had a little Piggly Wiggly grocery store. Had the little logo and everything. Had the lines on the in the parking lot. Like, the amount of detail.
Yeah.
He modeled on one of the hills in the place. He modeled a cabin that his family had when he was a kid up in Colorado. Like he even had like working lights on it. Like you took the roof of it off and it had the layout in the cabin. It had like a little bed. Like this guy like.
So this is like a part-time job.
Yeah, basically. But like decades of work. And I don't know if it's still there, but do you know where Stroud's Fitness is?
Yep.
Can also shout out to people who helped me start. In the complex where Stroud's is over on, was it Pipeline, I think it is. It's in like a strip mall kind of place. But in one of the spaces, I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be like a train club. And it was, just literally, let's say it was 11 or 1,200 square feet, but it was all just train tracks. So like on Saturdays, back in the day, like we'd see patients 8:30 noon on Saturdays, and after he got done, he'd go hang out at his model train club, and they would build trains and stuff.
Hey, whatever works.
All right,
Whatever works for you.
So speaking of things you haven't done before, there's that. We were talking about golf earlier.
Yep.
U.S. Open's going on right now. Oh, but also, sorry, just to carry the story on a little more. After he retired, he started a little business where he makes trees. Like that, he just makes tiny trees for model train sets.
Oh, model trees.
Yep.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
that's
Interesting. I don't know how you come across that hobby, but that's cool.
I mean, like I said, he was into it. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna take up your whole garage, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
That's
kind of a little deviation from networking.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of golf, really good at a lot of things, but if you ever want to get the upper hand on me, take me to play golf. There might be some frustration in there, but you'll probably beat me. I'll be honest. Anything else, I'm coming at you, but golf, no.
And I have, I'm a professional. So what do? I have a nice set of golf clubs. They've seen one course. Like I've taken to the range a good handful of times, but I've only actually golfed. I've had them for maybe 3 years now. They've only played 18 one time. They haven't even played 9. They played one round of golf.
The only thing I can do golf related well, swing club hard, hit ball hard, ball go far.
Ideally. Like I'll tell patients, like you guys probably heard you heard me say this, golfers out there, like I have a 300-yard drive. It goes 150 and 150. I got nothing to fix it. However, speaking of fixing it though, Tamika, my wife, she has a podcast with a guy named Virgil Herring. She did an episode with him, and he is a PGA pro. Like he coaches golfers. And just as an aside, once I think it was just a still shot of my swing, and just kind of tongue in cheek, just put it on Facebook and tag him like, "Hey Virgil, what's wrong with this?" Expecting him to put like a litany of stuff just from the picture, but he literally just commented on it. Take a video from 2 different angles and send it to me. I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
I haven't, but I was like, it's one of it's so far gone. Like it would be just an incredible waste of his expertise, I imagine. Shout out Virgil Herring. He's got a podcast. I think it's called On the Verge, but he's also, like I said, he popped onto my wife's podcast. Say More Words, but like as you can imagine, like golf being an individual sport, his podcast episode with her is wild because he's like a psychologist. He's like a psychiatrist, whichever one can't prescribe meds. But it was just because golf's an individual sport, so they're just out there by themselves, constantly in their head. It's wild to listen to that particular episode.
Yeah, they say golf is the hardest sport in the world. I believe it.
I've heard that about baseball.
I've heard that too. I've heard that's the top 2.
Yeah, I mean, because at least golf, the ball's sitting there.
Yeah, I guess it depends on which one you could learn faster and master. Golf, I don't think you can. That's like, golf can take your entire lifetime. I feel like you can, over time, if you have some good genetics or good genes, you can get decent at baseball. I feel like you can learn to hit a ball. You can learn to throw a ball.
Yeah.
Golf, I don't know. That's just me speaking from a biased perspective because I suck at it.
Well, I do like this. Like, I've seen reels and memes and stuff where like golf's one of those sports where you can play just like the absolute worst, 18. Let's say, well, however many shots, but then like you hit one solid shot and you're like, I'm backhand. Like this game's awesome. Like you can hate it for 3 hours and like 48 minutes, and then you hit one great approach shot right at the end of your round. Like, this ain't so bad.
Yep.
Now you played baseball.
Yep.
You were a pitcher. Can you throw a knuckleball? This conversation is all over.
Try to throw a knuckleball. I would try often. I don't know how good it was, but it wasn't in my actual pitch arsenal.
What was in your arsenal?
So I had a 4-seam, I had a 2-seam or cutter, whatever you want to call it. I had a slurve, which is a slider and a curve, like right between. So instead of curveball, slider, mine's like at an angle. I had a 12-6 curveball, which is straight up and down.
Like Tim Lincecum?
Yeah.
Dude, his 12-6
was filthy.
Whoosh.
And then I had a changeup. Sinker/changeup type deal.
Okay. Can you split a fork?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ever throw it in the game or no?
No.
Just kind of
It probably would have went way up there.
It is like you get up here and that thing will pop right out,
if it's,
or it stays on too long and you just bury it.
Yeah, you have to have really good control for that.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I was the guy behind the plate.
Yeah.
Wore the tools of ignorance. I was favorite part about playing ball was talking to the batters all the time. And my goal wasn't necessarily to get the batter off, but to get the ump laughing behind me. Like every now and then, like because they'll get right up on you. And if I said something, I could feel like something just kind of like shaking, like on my or on my back there. Like I knew it was just players like chest and belly.
Trying to protect himself.
Right.
It's funny.
No, the baseball was my sport. I mean, like everyone here knows, like I'm the rugby chiropractor, right? But like before I found rugby, baseball was 100% my sport. Loved every minute of it. Got to college, I was at Wisconsin, and baseball was a club sport. And so I went out, joined the team, made the team, and when you make the team, that's when they tell you what dues are. And the dues for that, I don't remember if it was semester or for the year, but it was like $250 or something like that. Yeah. And as a freshman in college, like you're a broke college kid.
$250 is a lot of money.
It's a lot of plasma, right? And I had also been kind of running around with the rugby team. And they're like, our dues are $40. I was like, guess who's playing rugby?
It is.
Baseball, you've been good to me. Baseball, been very good to me.
Yeah.
It's my best Sammy Sosa.
No, baseball is boring to a lot of people to watch, but if you've never played, it's way different when you actually play.
What's What's the fastest you've stepped in the box against?
Oh, like pitch speed?
Yeah.
97.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
So,
do you know what was coming?
oh yeah. Oh, we knew who the guy was. Yeah. And oddly enough, it was in high school. So it was a guy.
97 in high school?
Yep.
Damn.
You know who it is. You know who it is. He's in the MLB.
Okay.
Played for the Braves.
You have told me this.
Third baseman.
What's his name?
Austin Riley.
Yes.
So
Dude, that's wild.
I faced Austin Riley in high school. His high school team was 36-0. We went to we played him in the state championship. He's from Mississippi. They were 36-0 going in the state championship. They had 5 Division I commits, 4 guys throwing over 90. Austin was throwing about 96, 97. Yeah. And yeah, needless to say, we did not win that series, and they finished the season 38-0.
But you could probably hear it.
Oh yeah, it's so when you face that, I've actually been hit in the head by 92 as well. And
It shows.
guy that played for the Rangers, but it was in high school as well.
Okay.
DeMarcus Evans,
Oh, yes.
yeah, 6'6" pitcher. He hit me in the head in high school at 92. Luckily, it hit the bill of my helmet. If it would have been this much lower, it probably would hit me right in the nipple.
All right.
Yeah, and we
You're
ended up
sitting here just drooling on camera still.
Yeah, no, yeah, we beat him though. We won that game, and then like 4 weeks later, I have to face Austin Riley, and no shot. It's just like you literally just hear him just
Man,
hits the glove like
that's
that.
wild.
Yeah, and then he comes in with a nasty like slider. And
Yeah,
you just
that,
like
you could just break
you
something
don't
off.
even know what just happened. You're just like, all right, I'm gonna walk back to the game now. Yeah, in high school, that's what you're thinking.
That's
So
wild, dude.
so people don't know about a lot of those major league position players. They can go on the mound and throw over 90. Most major league players, whether they're DH, position, outfield, whatever, most of them pitched in high school. Probably was the best pitcher on their team,
Yeah,
unless they have another guy that ended up in the MLB for pitching. But most of those guys have crazy arms and can throw at least 90 in high school.
Do you remember? I want to say it was maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. In my mind, it was around COVID. The Minnesota Twins used to have a position player that he was their number one whenever it was that you brought a position. He was just this portly guy, but I want to say he was either third base or he was either third base or he was a deceptively fast outfielder. But he would go in there and he would just lob them in. He would throw 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
But he could hit the zone.
Yeah.
So they put him in.
And what's crazy enough is for those major league hitters, they're so used to consistently seeing 95 plus. When a guy comes in like that and just throwing like a homer, a freaking junk ball up there at 70 miles an hour and it's traveling like this, it really does throw them off.
Hell yeah.
You'll see a lot of major league pitchers or hitters take like 2 pitches from like a position guy if he's in, and then the third one they'll tee off. They're like, I gotta feel this. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome, dude. I'll tell you what. This is so much easier when it's not just me talking.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
of course.
So again, as a reminder, we're gonna go grab bite to eat. Follow us on Instagram at Aspire Chiro DFW. We'll post the link there, post the video there. That's where we drop the $100. But again, we do this most Fridays. Girls are taking over next week. They're giving away some Rangers tickets. Other than that, I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you have a lovely weekend. I don't know if it's going to rain, dude. I'm over if it's raining or not. Springtime in Texas. But otherwise, you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you later.
Peace.
Peace.